Oh, we got to talk, man. Listen, it's been a month. It's been a month, and we haven't even talked about the playoffs and what's been
Yes.
going on. So we got to get into the playoffs.
Oh,
All right. So far from the Eastern Conference, we got the Knicks representing after the Knicks have pretty much just been whooping ass all the way to the finals. Looked like it was gonna be a series with the Hawks, and then they just flipped the switch. They got the Sixers in the second round, and it was a bunch of
hmm
excuses behind the Sixers. And then they get the Cavs, and then they dog walk the Cavs after a historic Game 1 win, coming back from 22 points down in the fourth quarter. And I swear to God, bro, my brother, my family's from Cleveland, my father's side of the family.
My
I'm on the
lady
phone
from
with my
Cleveland.
brother. I'm on the phone with my brother, right? I go inside. I'm in Vegas. I remember where I was when this happened. I go inside Vegas. I'm at Vegas. I park my truck. I go inside to go to White Castle to get some motherfucking cheese sliders, right? Just some cheese sliders and some fries and a drink, right? Little combo. Come back out. That 22-point lead was
Gone.
it was gone. It was an 8-point
Gone.
lead.
Gone.
And it's funny, though. I swear to God, I had the thought in my head. I said,
I
"What if
turned
these
off that
niggas blow
game.
that lead?"
I
I
woke
said, "What
up.
if they blow this
Good.
lead?" I said, "What if they blow this lead?" And my God, they did. Like I didn't. And it's how you have a thought and then you quickly dismiss your thought. I'm like, what if they blow this lead? And I was like, nah, they ain't finna blow this lead. It's a 20-point lead. They ain't finna blow that. That's
Listen,
literally what I said.
can I say something about the Cavs series?
Go ahead.
Listen, bro. I turned the first game off. I was
Hmm.
like, okay, these niggas about to win. And it was late. I gotta go to work in the morning. Boom, turn it off. Now the second game, I'm up there watching it with my lady because one of my favorite players goes by the name of James Harden.
I see your favorite player.
He's one of my favorite players.
Why?
Um, why? Growing up watching basketball, he played for Houston. You see him doing what he was doing, and honestly, like he doesn't play like a above the rim game, like or like a I shoot left-handed, and I'm basically basketball left-handed. So I just try to model my game after his coming up. Just seeing what he did. He don't expel a lot of energy. So like, but he's proficient at what he does. Well, or at least he was. Because this is where I'm getting to. I'm watching the game with my lady. She's from Cleveland. This girl that don't play basketball can't shoot a basketball to save her life. If my life was on the line, go ahead and start the saxophones.
Mhm.
Anyway, she says, "Well, I don't know who she's talking about at the moment. If he's not gonna play defense, why is he on the court?" And I'm like, "Who you talking about?" And she's talking about James Harden. They just keep scoring on him. In my head, I'm like, shut up. I'm trying not to see that. Like I'm trying not to see that. But it's like, this is my message to James Harden. Bro, as a fan, nigga, if you ain't gonna give us 30, 40 a night, learn how to slide your feet on defense, nigga. Like, I'm sick of, like, they calling you the Black Luca. They are calling you the Black Luca. Want to know why? Because every defense, every offense is picking on you. You let Jalen Brunson, who's probably a whole 4 or 3 to 4 inches smaller than you, weight wise smaller than you, frame wise smaller than you, give you buckets back to back. He saw you as food. You got to take that personally. If you don't love the game no more, get out the way. Donovan Mitchell needed help. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are doing their jobs down low, banging with Mitchell Robinson and Cat, like trying to
Mhm.
contain these guys. They're doing their jobs. Then you got your shooters that are doing. Sam Merrill showed up for y'all. Showed up for y'all. Donovan Mitchell showing up for y'all, but he cannot do everything on his own. James Harden, you gotta be better in those games. Show us why you deserve to be all that fucking James Harden, Dwayne Wade. Cut that shit the fuck out at this point. Because Dwayne Wade is my original favorite basketball player. And I'm like, bro, I hear all this James Harden talking. Yes, you were great. But, but, like every time there's a chance for you to show it in the games that matter, I'm sick of it, dog.
Okay,
Like,
so I think about that in reverse. I don't think of him as the black Luca. I think of Luca as the white Harden. It's the same. They're the same player. They're the same guy. Slow mo. You know how to get in space. You can understand angles in the game of basketball. You have a very high usage, and because you have a high usage, you have a high output, right? And people think that you're this historically good player that you're not. They have a diluted deception of you because they're not actually watching basketball.
Mm-hmm.
When you actually watch it, he was never a good basketball player. He just had high usage. So when the playoffs come and I'm not calling you, giving you that foul, you not that guy.
So
Where
and
I
that's
need no, hold on. When you need real efficiency, you don't get it from him. When you need a guy to go out and take the game over, he can't deliver without the antics, without the 3 steps on the step back, without grabbing your arm on the jump shot. He has never been that guy. I don't I have had it with people's delusion of him. He's never been good.
nah.
He just milked the system and we allowed it. But in the regular season, we decided to cut the water hose off, and we're seeing the same thing with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander right now.
Yeah.
His only job is to score, and he can't score.
So and I'm
That's
gonna
what's
say
wrong with the NBA in a nutshell.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'll let you brother Shager. We're gonna get into that anyway. But Houston Harden was a dog. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not agreeing with that take, but I will say
Go
him and
watch
that Dan
film. Go watch
him
film.
and
I
that
watch film. I watch hours upon hours of film on James Harden. I'm not saying this from some
him
shit
and that Mike
that I'm just hating
D'Antoni.
watching the highlights. I'm watching film.
But hold on. Him because it was the same thing with Melo. Now Melo is actually a great player, but the Mike D'Antoni system gave you the leeway to
Melo did not have a. Wait, hold on.
In Mike
This is where
D'Antoni's
this is where
system,
people get confused.
it runs through one guy. They pick their guy to be a scorer, and the most of the touches are gonna go through that guy. Every D'Antoni system that he's ever been on, every team. That's why he's not coaching the league now. He tries to run the offense through one guy. And when he got to Houston, that's exactly what he did after he left the Knicks, went to
So
Houston, and he fit James Harden right in that system. So yes, he was never efficient. But when you're shooting 40 fucking shots a game, 60 fucking shots a game, you gotta do something. You're gonna hit something. You're a fucking NBA
no,
player.
during the regular season against in a okay, so it's not that James Harden doesn't have talent. Let's be clear.
Oh yeah.
This
Yeah. We're not
criticism
saying
is
we're not
not of
saying
a
that.
guy who doesn't have talent.
We're
What
not
I'm
saying that.
saying is he gets put into conversations he has no business in because you look at totality. But when a guy has the highest use, some of the highest usage rate in NBA history, him having 35 points a game is just a byproduct. Same thing with Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
You have a high usage and you're a good player. You're going and not just a good player, you're an all-star caliber player who can get by guys who understand space and who knows the game. You're going to get assists and you're going to get points. His usage is extremely high. And that's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Then you look at then you say the Mike D'Antoni situation. Okay, who was the guy scoring? Steve Kerr only averaged 18 points. Melo only had D'Antoni for like a year or two. They were never a serious team under D'Antoni's leadership. Never.
Under D'Antoni, Mike Melo won that scoring title with the Knicks.
They when I think his score. I think he won scoring averaging 28.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was 28 when he led the league in scoring.
we'll look it up after this, but I know he was
But
averaging
the
30 at that
the
point
point
for
I'm making
sure.
is high usage rate is got people thinking that you are who you aren't, right? And you
Hmm.
still, even though you got a high usage rate, you still got to be able to do it. Not everybody can do it. You can't just get a ball to anybody and do that,
You can't.
right?
You can still hear me?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Okay, but I like you said Shay name. So like run down OKC's lane to the people that don't
So
know.
so right now we're watching tonight is game 7 of the
Hmm.
San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder in a Western Conference Finals. The Spurs have had to go through Portland. I think they beat them in 5. Then they had to play
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I think they beat them in five or six. It wasn't a long series.
Mm-mm.
Um, Oklahoma City hadn't lost a game until they got to the Western Conference Finals. They played the Suns in the first round, who really had no shot, and the Lakers in the second round without Luca had no shot. Right?
Shit, with Luca,
Even though I think
they
they would
wouldn't
have
have had
beat
a
them,
shot.
and that's what I was about to say. Even though I think they would have beat them, I think with Luca they probably could have got a game or two.
Nah,
You could have got a
the
game.
whistles is the whistles
You can get
the
a game. You can get a
no
game.
no the way they were playing the Lakers, like it was egregious. I Lou Dort and Casey Wallace need to stand trial after that series, like for sure. I want them in handcuffs.
No, because I think their defense on again, if you've been watching the last series and this series, um, Shea's been held in check, and I think the Lakers are the ones who came up with the blueprint. He only had one game where he had 30. They swept the Lakers. He had one game where he scored 30. The other three
Hmm.
games were in the 20. Two of the games were in the 20s. One game he was in the teens. He didn't crack 20. This guy. His only job is to score.
Yes,
They don't look at him for rebounding or facilitating. They look at
that's
him to
somebody else's
score.
job, and he's the point guard, which is crazy to me because it's the point guard nowadays is
When your
like this.
team, I'm about to say it's just how the team is structured. It's your team. They
Yeah,
built the team around you. What you do best.
but you do best. And
Um,
can we really talk about what we want to talk about in this motherfucker?
we can. I think we want to talk about different things.
I want to talk about that whistle
Okay.
because I'm granted I'm not the biggest Shea fan. I hate the way he plays basketball, but I am a Lou Dort fan. I am an Alex Caruso fan. I'm a fan of like pure basketball, and
Okay.
and I think when so prediction, I think the Spurs come out tonight and they try to match OKC's physicality, but I think it gets a little chippy, and the whistles revert back to how they've been. And I think the Spurs drop this game. Granted, I'm a Wemby fan, but I think the Spurs dropped this game because they were able to get a lot more physical last game. And the refs missed some flagrant ones. As a person who, background, I do ref. I am certified to ref. Refs missed some flagrants last game. And they
You
gonna
talking
look
about
to
the elbow to Jared
yeah.
McCain? No,
It's
that was
no no
clear.
no no not no 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 no. One of them, Bismack Biyombo block. I wouldn't. That's not that. Mason Plumlee with the elbow to the back. Yes. Um, Carter Bryant running, slapping to Shea, not making a basketball move to get positioning or nothing like that. Flagrant.
To
Like
me, that's a common. Those were two things happening at the same time. Yes, I'm coming in here to bulldoze you, but it's also Shea falling to the ground
yes.
because he didn't give much resistance. He didn't give any resistance. It was like, I'm going. It was one of those, Ref, you not gonna call this? Ref, you not gonna call this? I hate when they do that because you did that. Like you were bracing for it, but when you notice, oh, he coming in, you brace. As soon as you saw, I'm
So
falling.
and my
That's
problem.
those are again, that is a foul.
Yes.
However, you are also selling it. Those
I
two
have
things
no.
can be true at the same time.
I
And I
have no
don't have a
problem
problem
with.
with you. I don't have a problem with you call, selling a real call because you did get fouled, and I think they did call it.
So my thing is, everybody is like, oh well, I have a problem with the whistle, and it's not. My problem ain't really with the whistle that's getting blown. It's with the whistle that's not getting blown. Because if you are allowing Casey Wallace, light skinned Jalen Williams, um, and Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Hartenstein, if you're allowing them the level of physicality that they're playing at, but on the other end, like they can beat up Wimby. They can beat up all these guys. They can hold. They can step on Castle's hair. They can step on the toe while they trying to go for free throw rebounds. Like if they can do this, at the capacity they're doing it, blatantly in front of the refs. When we get on that other side of the court, I don't want to hear that whistle. I want to hear that whistle blow on the other side of the court because at some point you gotta, because like what they tell us is control the game. Like let the people play, but control the game because at some point, especially in games like this, you don't want to blow your whistle as much. But I'm literally watching guys get mugged on the court, and I'm like, but as soon as a guy jumps and you don't leave him no landing space, that gets called. But this man put him in an arm bar behind his arm is not getting called. That's the problem I have. If you're gonna let it be physical both ways. But if you're gonna
Uh,
call it tight over here, call it tight down there.
Pause.
Oh my god.
But, but yeah, yeah, I totally agree. That's actually a point I was gonna make. So I'll just reiterate it. Yeah, you can't just allow guys to be physical and then honor the flops. That's my only gripe. Right? Those guys they play a physical brand of basketball. That's fine. But when we match your physicality, you can't then you can't then just run away and it's not going it won't be accepted. It won't be accepted by the audience. The audience will always have something to say about it. It will never be looked at like it's just okay. Now, I do want to kind of transition. Before we transition to the next topic, do want to give my predictions. I believe you said you wanted to. You had the Oklahoma City Thunder winning. I had the Spurs. I picked the Spurs before the series, so I'm just gonna stick with the pick. I didn't think it'd take 7 games. I thought they would have got it done in 5. To be honest with you, I thought they would have won a game in 5. They looked like the better team all regular season, but for whatever reason, um, for whatever reason, they're not playing to their strengths all the time in this series. So it's allowed Oklahoma City Thunder to take it to 7. I think I think the series should have been over in 6. I think the Spurs
Yeah.
could have got it done in 6. I really think their inexperience has allowed it to get this far. I think they again. Um,
No, no, no. So can you
but I
hear
think
me?
they can win. I think they can win. Yeah, I can hear you. I was already on a roll before you jump back in. So
Okay.
I was just finishing my statements.
I honestly think one like you hit the nail on the head. They're inexperienced. When a team comes out like that and comes out that physical, and y'all still trying to play pit pat basketball, match it automatically. So that now the refs are on the seat or on the button. Pause for what are you gonna call? What level of physicality are we gonna play to? Because if I'm getting, I'm gonna let it be known. If he pulling down here, I'm pulling down here. Pause. You
Hmm.
feel me? Do that off rip, so that now the refs have to make a decision of are we gonna call it? We gonna have to call it even because we can't give it down here and it's blatant down here too. Because now
Hmm.
it looks like okay, you picking sides. Now it's blatant that you picking sides. We both doing the same fouls. So you either gonna cut it out for both of us, or you gonna let it go.
Yeah. Somebody pointed out Tony Brothers and his ability to swing this series. If you those who at home
Tony Brothers,
who
man.
don't know Tony Brothers, that's an official.